Yo, what's up? This is Just a Fan podcast. Um, Tristan's a little busy right now, but he's gonna come in when he gets a chance.
Hmm.
Um, to well, right above me here, I got the Human Encyclopedia. Give it up for Brandon.
Be well,
Yo,
the
hey,
coach.
the four horsemen is back. We
Well,
ready.
it's three of us. The other horse is running kind of behind. He on a thoroughbred.
Be
So,
three musketeers until
all right.
Tristan joins us.
Three
And then
amigos.
right here, wrong finger. Right here, I got the closest thing to an NFL player on this podcast.
Why y'all keep saying that, man?
Because it's true, dude.
Give it up.
Yo,
Give it up for
you
my
was almost a
fraternity brother, Mr. Stephen White.
Appreciate it, man. We're back.
hey,
Man.
man, you was almost a rookie free agent.
And I of course am the chief hellraiser, the chaos bringer, pandemonium. I go by
Pandemonium.
pandemonium. I'm
Pando.
the Black Stone Cold Steve Austin of football, but you can just call me Eric.
Yeah, man. Shoot. Super Bowl week.
H-Town.
Super Bowl week, man.
Yeah,
We're here, man. You know, we have the mini camps, we have free agency, the combine, the draft, training camp, all for what's gonna happen this Sunday. That's what it's all about, man.
yeah. I'm gonna sit down and watch the game, and I've crunched some numbers that we can talk about later about these two teams and how
Mhm.
close they are. This, you got people who are already talking and have been talking, saying, oh, this team is gonna blow this team out. This team's gonna wear that team out. And statistically, when you look at it and crush the numbers, and I'm gonna give some numbers later,
Okay.
man, these teams are not that far apart. They
Okay.
are very, very close in a lot
Okay.
of ways. And but before we get into that, let's talk about these coaching hires that
Hmm.
have been happening in the wake of the Flores lawsuit against the NFL. And in my opinion, this is my opinion only. I'm not going to speak for you two gentlemen or anybody else, but in my opinion, the lawsuit that Flores put on the NFL, I'm behind him all the way. And a lot of people are like, what is that going to solve? What is it going to, he may not be able to coach in the NFL ever again, and so on and so forth. It's
Hmm.
like, no, he knows that.
Oh
He's
yeah.
intelligent enough to know that what he's doing is he's trying to bring awareness to the sham interviews that a lot of these African American or just minority coaches are dealing with. They already know who they're gonna pick. So let's go ahead and interview this black guy and get it out the way so we can satisfy the Rooney Rule.
Hmm.
Basically, he's trying to expose what's going on
Hmm.
with and how people or teams are trying to circumvent the Rooney Rule. Well, we satisfied all of the requirements of it, but we're not really serious about hiring a black coach or just a minority coach for that matter.
Yeah. No.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, for sure. I mean, it happens all the time, even in the corporate world, man. What was it? Affirmative action. You see it all the time, man. Where they have hires sometimes to say that they're inclusive and diverse, man, just to fit a certain status quo. I mean, it's real. Like, I'm not saying Lovie Smith, and that's what I think about is him getting hired as head coach to the Texans. Nothing against him, but I'm not mad at the hire. Don't get me wrong, but I think they hire him, like you said earlier and offline, man, to kind of just put some water on this fire, man, that the NFL's facing right now.
Absolutely. When you're talking about that franchise, I'm down here in Houston. So
Yeah.
you're talking about that particular franchise and how they've behaved over the years since their inception. I have no reason to believe that they really, really wanted Lovie Smith, but they were like, let's do something real quick. Because I really feel like Lovie Smith is, and I think, first of all, let me say that I think Lovie Smith is a fantastic defensive coordinator. He was the only one that gave the team some fight this season in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But and he deserves a head coaching position. However, I do feel like that they hired him not just because of that. They hired him to say, okay, he's going to be our token hire,
Yeah,
and
I can see that.
they're not going to support. I have no reason to believe that they're going to support him in the way he needs to be supported, whether it's uh, through his personnel, his players, anything like that, and they're going to let him fail. And I honestly hope he doesn't. But I think they're going to let him fail, and they're going to fire him after the season, like they did Cully, or just so if there's eyes watching, they'll go ahead and fire him after 2 years. But I don't think,
Yeah,
I honestly don't believe Lovie Smith is going to last in Houston longer than 2 years. If I'll be shocked, and that's just me knowing how this franchise behaves. This is the same franchise where the owner said you can't let the inmates run the prison.
that's true. He
This
did
is
say
the
that.
same.
Yeah,
This is the same franchise that
yeah.
I really believe that all of this stuff started with Deshaun Watson after he asked for a trade.
Hmm.
And none of this stuff just miraculously pops up all of a sudden. Years and years of accusations just not popping up when the man asked for a trade. And from my standpoint, what I got from that is you are property, boy. You ain't going nowhere. That's what I got. So, and just being down here in this part of Texas and knowing how things are, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. So I'm not speaking for
Okay.
anybody else. I'm speaking for Eric Wright.
No, I hear you. I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, it's a problem, man. And I hope, and I'm glad that Brian Flores has brought awareness to it. Even if what we believe they did as far as the hire of Lovie Smith, even if they just hire him just because of that reason, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? He just needs the same level of not same level, the same amount of chances that a lot of these other coaches get, if they're not successful right away, which is a big thing too. Yeah, and I'm actually kind of surprised, man. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Tiki Barber fired off on Stephen A. Smith. Did you guys hear about that?
I heard about that, but I didn't get a chance to read about it. I was at work. If you want to elaborate on that, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, so Stephen A. Smith has been vocal, of course, since the lawsuit came out, calling out organizations, specifically the Giants, and Tiki Barber didn't like it. Tiki Barber claimed that Stephen A. Smith didn't know anybody within the Giants organization. And Stephen A. Smith was like, hey, man, I know a lot of stuff about the organization, a lot of stuff about you. I'm not going to go there, he said, but Tiki Barber, you got to chill out. But he made a good point, man. It's very interesting. And I don't want to stay on this too long. It's very interesting how the Giants owner is on some committee. I think it's the Diversity Inclusion Committee or something like that for the NFL. Yet the Giants are one of 5 or 6 NFL franchises that has never hired a black coach. Not head coach, a black coach. So I find that to be very interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. So, moving on, Mike McDaniel to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Biracial coach. And I'm sorry, this is just me.
Oh, is he?
This is Mike McDaniel's biracial.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
But this is just my theory again. They're trying to do damage control right now.
Yeah.
Now, Mike McDaniels is an outstanding offensive coordinator, or at least we think he is, because he was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers, which we all know that Mike Shanahan really calls the plays.
Right.
Now, McDaniels might help with some of the design, but we know that the play caller is Kyle Shanahan on offense.
Yeah.
So, my thing is that, that's why the Anthony Lynn hiring happened. And not saying anything about my team, but, I mean, you could also use that as an example, too. It's like, oh, let's hire Anthony Lynn right quick. So it's going to look like we lose our offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and bring in Anthony Lynn so they can't say nothing about us.
I can see. And you know your organization more than I do. But, Anthony Lynn, he's got consistent work for a long time.
That smoke screen is a whole lot thicker if it is a smoke screen. I'm not saying it is, but if it is a smoke screen, because there's credibility to it. It's like, Anthony Lynn's the former head coach. He's really good in the run game. He's a former running back. He's a former player for the Niners. He played back in the day. So it looks on the up and up, and it very well could be. Now I'm not saying
No, I got you. Yeah.
yeah, but it was like we just lost a biracial coach. Let's go ahead and hire a black coach, like that. And it looks like that. The optics on it are not great. Hey, there's Tristan.
What's good, fellas?
Okay.
The optics on it are kind of yeah. But
You think so? But you guys have D'Amico Ryan as a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? You think,
that's why
your team better than me. Like I said,
that's why I'm a little less likely to think there's a conspiracy behind it or damage control like it is in Houston.
Okay.
Because Houston has the history of
Okay.
like San Francisco, not to sound like a homer or anything, but like during the whole thing with Colin Kaepernick, where they voted on the whole thing about we don't want players to kneel and everything. Jed York was the only owner that abstained from that vote. Now he could have done better. He could have voted, against, outlawing them kneeling or whatever like that. But he at least abstained. All the rest of the owners was like, yeah, they don't got no business kneeling for the national anthem and all of that. So, Jed York was the only owner that was like, no, I'm gonna abstain from that. But yeah, so I give them a little credit. And plus, California is way more progressive state than some of the other places.
True that.
Doggone sure more progressive than Texas.
That's a fact.
I don't care for that gun laws, but that's another story. So Mike McDaniel goes to the Miami Dolphins. And the concern is right now the Dolphins have like $63 million in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a ton of picks.
They're gonna spend they're gonna make, now mind you, and we're gonna find out how good of a head coach he is, but they were competitive last season, man, this past season.
Yes. And that's when Tristan went off, and I thought I was the volatile one. When Tristan went off, when they fired Brian Flores in that episode, it was all rightful. He was rightful going out because there's no way that you fire a coach where the team is progressively getting better every season. What the hell? You don't do that. So,
and they had a lot of missing pieces on their roster. Like, they're really overachieving.
Right. And then
overachieving.
So you let Brian Flores stay. You got that $63 million in cap space. You got all these draft picks. Every hole that they had this year, he could have plugged next year.
Oh my
so
goodness.
that's Mike McDaniel's job. But Mike McDaniel was coming into a good situation because you're coming to a team that was this far away from making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going to a team that was just dumpster juice. He's going to a team that was this far away from the playoffs.
Yep.
So he's got very few holes that he has to plug. And he's got $63 million in cap space and a bunch of draft picks to do.
And a core.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my opinion, he's in the best position out of all of these new hires.
Okay. I like there are a couple I like, man. I like the Doug Peterson hire, man. Now we all have mutual feelings about Trent Baalke, but number one, I knew Doug Peterson. We know he intentionally took a year off from football. We know that. We can agree to that. We knew he wouldn't be out. We knew when he wanted to work again, he would be working. I think he's gonna do some stuff. Go ahead.
I mean, of course, I have my thing with in regards to the Byron Leftwich situation with all of that, but Doug Peterson is ideal for Trevor Lawrence.
What's your thing?
As far as what?
Byron Leftwich in Jacksonville.
So let me phrase this by saying this. I do believe Byron Leftwich should get a little more experience as a coordinator, as an assistant coach, and things of that nature. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
But the way Jacksonville went about it with him, because it seemed like they kind of strung him along. And then the minute that Byron Leftwich took his name off the docket for that head coaching job, boom, here goes Doug Peterson getting signed as head coach. It looks sus.
Right. Well, okay. Now remember, it was known that they really wanted Byron, but Byron didn't want to work with Trent Baalke.
He didn't want Baalke.
None of the other coaches did. Now you think about Doug Peterson in Philly. See, this is the thing. Doug Peterson's very smart and intelligent. Doug Peterson's going for his reputation and for winning.
Yeah.
With Howie Roseman in Philly, we know that Doug Peterson can battle with the GM and the president of football and still win a daggone Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he knows that. Not saying he's going to win that in Jacksonville, but he's like, yo, I'm going to go down here. Balky has reputation. Jackson has reputation. I'm going to get my wins up. I'm going to overachieve and move on somewhere else in a couple of years. I think that's what he's going to do.
It's risky.
Unless Trevor Lawrence is everything that people say he is, why would I want to leave a generational talent?
I think that I agree with that with Trevor Lawrence, but you cannot understate the ineptitude of one Trent Baalke. You cannot understate that. This man is a walking football abomination.
You're not wrong.
He has fired more coaches than any other GM in the NFL. And he's been responsible. How in the Grecian Spanish Jello and fruit cup and gumbo hell do you manage to get Jim Harbaugh fired from San Francisco? The man who has never had a losing record as an NFL head coach.
Yeah.
He's like, if you watch Game of Thrones, he's like Littlefinger on Game of Thrones. That's who Trent Baalke is. He
I like Littlefinger.
I'm
thinking about. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about.
Jim is doing this. He got a prickly personality. The man ain't had a losing season. How does he get fired? Because of Trent Baalke and Jay York's here.
Yeah, and I think Doug Peterson knows that. I think he's going to show the league that I can deal with him and still produce results. I can help develop Trevor Lawrence.
Hey,
I think he's making a statement. I think it's a statement job that he took, man. I really do.
It's a good hire for Jacksonville. I wish Baalke wasn't a part of it, but it is a good hire for Jacksonville nonetheless.
And $59 million in cap space don't hurt either.
Hey.
So now here's the thing though. Is Trent Baalke gonna let Doug Peterson shop, or is he gonna go do the shopping? That's gonna be the problem. That was the problem in San Francisco.
Well, from what I understand, they're supposed to be building a better better front office support staff for Baalke. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, you know what happens when you put fresh fruit around a rotten fruit?
Thank you.
So I mean, they can do all that they want, but
they can bring all those guys in. Hey man, I want to keep this 6-figure job I got, so I'm gonna just be a yes man to the GM.
Exactly.
I actually didn't know that, Tristan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You take better care of my fruit. Yeah.
I know. Let me tell you something. I trust Flint, Michigan water more than I trust Trent Baalke with a franchise.
Whoa!
Yes, I will drink a glass of that before I let Trent Baalke have my franchise. That's just about how much I think about Trent Baalke as a GM. Let him be a GM. I'm sorry, I'm going to my Stone Cold.
I know this is personal.
I wouldn't let him
Pando living up to the name.
Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree. He couldn't general manage that, let alone a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Can we shift gears here? I didn't make the show last week. Don't know this is talked about. Tristan, did you guys talk about your the team naming change and all stuff last week? I mean, bro, I don't know.
We didn't really touch on it. We can.
Oh, let's get to it. What do you mean, man?
The command.
Because when we did the show, it was Wednesday that it came out.
Right. You broadcast on Tuesday before the name change.
Yeah.
Watch the Washington Commanders.
I don't like you already, Steve.
No, I'm serious. I'm asking, how do you feel about your organization, well, the name change, the uniform, I think they're pretty cool besides the words. The logo, I think has some years on it.
That's right, Jamal. Chill.
A logo it has some years. Now, mind you, some years I question, but there's not a whole lot of room to add more years to that logo. What are your thoughts on it, man? What are y'all doing down there, man?
It's probably going to take a while for that name to sink in. And the reason why I say it is because here's the thing. Okay. Because I'm not even, I told y'all, I've done like 6 special guest shows on different people's shows talking about this name. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I have. It will boils down to when they originally were talking about this for the name. Okay, what Jason Wright, our team president, what Jason Wright said was that we are going to incorporate the alumni of Washington, as far as like players and such, and incorporate the fans of Washington to come up with this name. This is why it's such a long process. This is why it's going to take 2 years, because we wanted to make sure that we included everyone in the decision of the name. There ain't, and I'm going to say it just like this, there ain't one person in this area that said they would like the Commanders. Not one.
That's facts.
Not one.
Facts. My face.
I heard Red Wolves. I heard Red Tails. I heard Red Hogs. I even heard Admirals. I heard Generals. I ain't never heard not near Commanders until the rumor mill started that was going to be the name. So for me, I feel like you didn't do anything as far as listening to the fans. I thoroughly believe that they already had the name
for sure,
maybe 6 months out from when they said they were going to take 2 years.
For sure.
And just took the rest of the time to brand the rest of the branded merchandise, uniforms, all that. That's what I think was done.
And then
and you got me on a rant now, Steve. You got me on a rant. And here's the thing. And I'm putting this up for Jamal because that's how I feel. He says it reminds me of a squad you build in NCAA football. I told someone, even in the show that I did before this show that I was a guest on, okay, All Sports All Plays Network is a great sports network. Shout outs to them. I said it reminded me when Madden first came out with the franchise mode, and you were able to make a generic team, and they had a list of generic names that you could use to be your team. That's what I feel like when I hear Washington Commanders. The only thing I can hang my hat on with all this new stuff is the black uniform. I love the black uniform. I think it's real tough. I really do. But what'd you say? What'd you say, Eric?
The black uniform is lit, even though some people.
It is. It is. That's what I'm saying.
Some people say y'all biting off Arizona State, though.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I know Arizona State's Jones. Yeah, I'm hip. But the black uniforms is tough. But the name, it's gonna take a minute for me. Now, look, winning heals all wounds. Okay, so if they win, you know what I'm saying? I'm all Commander out. Listen, if they win, I'm Commander all the way. Okay, but yeah. I don't know.
I mean, Commander is a legit mascot. Now, mind you, when you guys didn't have a name, you won the division that year. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, winning cures all. It's just, and then you had Joe Theismann, the quarterback. He leaked it early. I'm saying Joe Theismann because that's his actual name. I know people think I'm saying it wrong. You can Google it. He didn't win the Heisman.
We call him Theismann.
Okay.
Theismann, not Theismann. Theismann. Stop crying.
It was just kind of, I don't know, man.
What is Mama calling?
Is
Mama calling Theismann? I'm gonna call him Theismann.
I think the whole release and this big unveiling, there was some hype. I felt like it could have been a little bit more grand than what it was.
That was another issue.
Flash.
That was another issue I had because y'all know I work at ABC, so that was a big thing. We sent out 2 camera crews and everything out there for that Wednesday morning, and then when it started, we were like, "That's it. That's the big
right, the big unveiling." It's like 22. I'm like, oh crap! They about to
promo video hype,
fireworks, pyrotechnics. I'm like,
I really thought that was going to be the case, and then it was like, here's the video. We are the Commanders. End video.
3 players. 3 players.
Look, they did like Randy Watson. Just
drop the mic and hit.
Drop the mic and roll. Like it was terrible. It was terrible. But like I said, like winning heals all, man. So if they win, You know what I'm saying? If this, so okay, I want to also shout out my guys, the Flex Zone boys. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to my guy Cravante. He had me on last week to do a Washington special about this, and he said he should have. They should have had him. The way he was talking, they should have had him on the podium. It would have made me more of a believer. He said that sometimes when you take a name and they believe in the name, it kind of galvanizes the team. You know what I'm saying? Like people take pride in when they're a member of the Cowboys. They take pride in the star. You know, that's what they look at. When they think of the 49ers, they think of the rich history of the 49ers. They take pride in those things. So his thing is he feels like it might be, you know, the identity may seem corny right now, but if they bring a winning culture with that name, that pride will come into play. So I was like, the way he was, I can't even say it verbatim. The way he was doing it, I was like, man, they should have had you on the podium. I probably would have been more hyped than I was, you know. But
Sure.
like I said, we'll see. Like winning heals all. It is what it is. I like I said, I like the black uniform. The white ones made me think of the Atlanta Falcons white jerseys from back in the day. That's what I think of when I see the white jerseys that they got Washington wearing.
So is burgundy and gold still incorporated on all the jerseys? Like is that?
So technically it's burgundy, but it's like a lighter burgundy. It's not the burgundy of old. Like they
It's like crimson. It's like a dark crimson.
yeah. So I mean, you know, we'll see. You know, we'll see what it is. Jamal says we should have had the Bullets' old name. I wish. And then we probably win a championship. That's the only championship. It's the only championship name we got in this area. You know, is Washington Bullets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. And I feel like because I really like the idea of the Red Tails to.
I thought Red Tails would have been great.
That'd been tough.
Yeah, because I mean it pays homage to the Tuskegee Airmen.
But the thing
could have designed the uniforms completely like the actual planes.
So people kept saying that it would have taken too long to explain. I said, how? It wouldn't take long to explain.
Not to the fan base.
Google is your friend. You ain't got to see that.
Man, it's like History Month.
Right.
They could have nailed it. They could have nailed it.
They could have knocked it out the park if they'd have done that, man. Like, and they could have completely went against away from the color scheme and went with the color scheme of the Red Tails uniforms. You know, I know, right, Titus, right?
So
it looked real close, but that's Titus Ross. That's one of the runs. But yeah.
Shout out to Steve Titus.
But yeah, man, that the color scheme of how the planes were actually painted back during World War II could have actually been the new colors.
Yeah.
And it could have been a completely different team.
Yeah.
And they released that in February during Black History Month, and they explained what it is.
That'd be dope, man. It has some, and there's still a few living airmen.
The last one passed away a couple weeks ago because we reported it.
Okay.
Yeah, he
but
passed away.
That would have been a complete 180 from the racially divisive name like the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Because like I saw somebody's comment about it, and then I'm gonna leave this alone. But they were like, "Great, so you had a team named the Redskins, and now you name it after the people that killed the Redskins."
Yes.
The commanders of the United States Army that displaced and committed genocide and stole land, and you know, it's you know. Damn, Jamal, go easy, bro. Jamal won't let up. But yeah, man. I mean, it would have just been better. That's just my opinion again. You know what I think. But, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone because we gotta get back on these other hiring.
Yeah. That's all. That's all I got for them. That's all I got.
Dennis Allen, New Orleans Saints. Okay, so
Makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. And here's the good news. Let's talk about the pros and cons of this real quick. So the pros of it is New Orleans defense was ferocious this year. It was highly underrated. Okay, highly underrated. As a matter of fact, the reason why they even had a shot to get in the playoffs this year was because of how good their defense was. Not because of their quarterback play or anything else. Okay, so Dennis Allen taking over makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the cons. As of airtime, the Saints are 75.3 million over the cap.
Yeah, they're broke.
And now they pulled out a Harry Potter magic wand last year, and they got out from underneath that, and it was fantastic. And they did a great job. Hats off to their front office for that. But how are they going to be able to get out from under this a second time and still maintain? Here we go, a franchise quarterback instead of having a tight end playing quarterback.
Well, not only that,
Do that.
not only that, they don't have a quarterback on the roster,
No.
like you said. Alvin Kamara is facing some serious charges.
I didn't even get into that.
So
He
I
the
mean,
only
so
person that hit somebody
Michael
that
Thomas
Bowl.
don't want to play for them.
Michael
right
Thomas
now.
doesn't want to play for you. So your offense is literally you're starting from scratch.
Yes, sir.
And that's why hiring Allen was a good hire because
And if Eric Bieniemy had gotten hired, I'd have been pissed.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, and they know they're in trouble, right? And if you look at the Saints' history, they're all about like damage control and culture, right? So bringing in someone already in house, knowing they're facing some cap issues, some personnel issues, you want to keep the team together, keep the locker room culture together. So I think that's exactly what that hire was about. Now I'm not saying he's not a good coach; he's a good coach, great coach on the defensive side, but that was to kind of keep whatever they have going still, to keep it still kind of close.
Some sense of
Now, I
stability.
hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Now watch this. This is just a small sample of the guys who are free agents for the Saints going into this offseason. Teron Armstead, their starting left tackle, is a free agent. Do you know how much money a left tackle commands?
Yep.
Okay. Marcus Williams, safety. Jameis Winston, their quarterback, who actually was playing well before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
They might bring him back
Do you
just
know
because
how much
they need something secured.
But even a mid-tier quarterback is going to command $25, $35 million. Just mid-tier or just above average. So PJ Williams, Ty Montgomery, Dwayne Washington, Quan Alexander, Jordan Mills. These guys aren't that big, but Kenny Stills.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Siemian, who is dumpster juice. But Traquan Smith, good wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
You have guys.
He's
I'm
a
just going
burner.
down the list right here, but there are guys that yeah, he stays hurt, but he's a damn good tackle, Titus. You can't not acknowledge that, and it is very, very, very difficult to find a good left tackle.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
Very
it is.
difficult.
O-line position.
So yeah, okay, he's injured sometimes, but damn it, I'd rather have him at 85% than some of these other jokers that's at 100.
For sure.
That's true.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
so you got, not only do you have this big cap issue, you have these guys that you need to get back in order to be successful, because right now the NFC South is up for grabs with Brady retiring. Carolina don't know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So we got Brady. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got the Saints, you got the Carolina Panthers, and you got
Atlanta Falcons.
Matt Ryan.
Atlanta Falcons.
Tristan's favorite quarterback.
I ain't thinking about Atlanta.
Tristan's
But-
favorite quarterback.
Atlanta's in complete rebuild mode.
Right. So
Don't
Whole
get me
division.
started.
The whole division might be in rebuild mode.
Yeah.
that division is up for grabs. Now, should their front office be able to go simsalabim and whatever like that, then possibly. But they gotta work through some issues with that cap. So they can get first, they gotta get some very, 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 very important free agents back. That's the first thing. You gotta get some very important guys back.
Yeah.
Then you gotta try to see, you basically gotta work with what you got. You can't go out and go shopping. So it's crazy. Like your light bill due, your water bill due, your gas bill due, the car note due, the rent's due, and your bank account is in red. I mean, Dennis Allen's he's gonna be a great coach, but damn, what is he going to work with? And only time will tell.
Not much. Not much.
He's not gonna have a lot to work with, because to get under the cap, here's the next thing. They gotta let go of some guys, trade some guys to get this cap number down.
Yeah, they will.
They're gonna have to let go of some guys that are not. I ain't talking about free agents. I'm talking about guys that are currently
under
contract.
They have to share some cap.
Marshawn Lattimore, his cap hit right now is 27.4.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas cap hit is 24.7.
He should have been gone, man. He should have been gone. He should be in Baltimore somewhere.
Cameron Jordan, their best pass rusher, 23-1. So you're looking at guys that you're gonna have to say goodbye to just to get under the cap. So you're robbing Peter to pay Paul because you're trying to get under the cap so you can re-sign your free agents, but then you're losing important guys. So my hat's off to Dennis Allen. My heart's with him because I don't know how he's gonna be able to pull a team together with the money issues that franchise had.
Yeah, they're about to be rebuilding for a couple years, and it happens. You know, it
happens
when you do stuff like that, especially
for them to have the team that they had for that long period of time. You know, they drafted well. They did the right things, and all teams run into this situation where you're gonna have to give up some key pieces.
Nah, bro, but they paid Brees $50 million that 1 year. You remember that?
Yeah.
They gave Michael Thomas.
But Michael Thomas is the one that I feel should have never gotten that big contract. I didn't see what people saw with him.
Just to let y'all know, they still paying. There's an $11.5 million cap hit on Drew Brees, who has not played for them.
Exactly. When they get Michael Thomas first of all, the Drew Brees one was crazy. He still would have played there. But that Michael Thomas contract,
he should have never gotten that contract. I didn't understand that.
He got paid like he was the best receiver in the league.
In football.
Yeah.
I'm like, but everybody was talking about that season he had. They were like, well, look how many catches he had. Look at it. I'm like, do y'all forget Marcus Colston? Y'all forget what Drew Brees did for him?
15 targets a game. What he did for
Look what he did with Ted Ginn. He basically saved Ted Ginn's career. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Michael Thomas is a product. I'm not saying he's a scrub, but he ain't best receiver in football money.
Look what he did for Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham ain't been the same since he left.
Exactly.
So I mean, I don't know. I didn't understand that when he got that big contract at all.
So moving on from them, because let's see who else got hired. So we covered the Dolphins, we covered the Texans, we covered the Saints,
Minnesota,
Giants.
Oh, Giants.
Slam dunk. Yeah. Despite all the stuff surrounding them, slam dunk hire. Slam dunk.
Dayball.
Slam dunk. Slam dunk on GM. Slam dunk on coach. Despite all the controversy that's coming towards them.
I got confused. Dayball is in New York or Denver?
In New York.
He's in New York. Okay, I got him mixed up. Okay.
He was the Bill. Was he the Bills?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he was the Bills OC, and he's the one that was credited for Josh Allen's development.
Okay. Okay.
Now, it's a slam dunk hire to me. Slam dunk.
The weapons are completely different.
I'm more so thinking about Daniel Jones. This coach will let you know who Daniel Jones is. No, I'm not saying he's going to be good. I think
you know who he is. He's been in the league too long. He ain't.
No, I understand what you're saying, Steve. The problem is you cannot ask a quarterback to go through so many coaching changes and so many different philosophies and be successful. This will let you know, because they saw what he did with Josh Allen when everyone thought Josh Allen was going to be a project coming in. This is going to tell you who Daniel Jones is. It's either he's average, which we think he is, which we believe he is, or he's a little above average, because I'm never going to put him as elite, but he might be a little above average. So this is going to let us know. I do think the weapons. I do think Daboll's going to be in a tough situation as far as weapons wise, because I don't know what they're going to do with. I mean, Evan Ingram is probably going to walk.
Defense. And defense. The Bills' good defense gives Allen the opportunity to score.
Well, Giants defense wasn't terrible. It wasn't Bills, but it wasn't terrible. My main concern is the offense. You still got to get an offensive line. I don't know what you're going to do with Evan Ingram, so he may walk. I don't believe they're going to give Saquon Barkley an extension, so that's going to be considered a bust for the Giants as far as Saquon Barkley drafting him that high.
And they ruined him. Cap right now.
How much?
$10 million.
and they ruined him because this dude was carrying the workload, man. Got injured. He's a running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so unfortunately, man, he's not gonna get that big payday that everyone knew he was gonna get.
Yeah, this ain't the best man holiday. You know, this ain't Morris Chestnut pretending to be the running back for the Giants and was a Hall of Fame running back.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't it. This ain't it. I think that's what they thought. They thought they were getting Morris Chestnut playing running back.
You stupid. No, but he was a beast. They just overworked him, man. Like, I think it's the best. I think getting him or Flores would have been great. They just still need. And the thing with Flores is he's known to make things work when he doesn't have all the weapons.
Well, all the weapons. We don't know that about Dabo.
Exactly.
We don't know that about, but we know that about Brian Flores. He can work with little pieces. You're right.
Well, look,
their two biggest. Well, I'm looking at their free agent list right now. Evan Ingram, Jabril Peppers, Will Hernandez. Those are like they're probably their two biggest. Three biggest free agents that's a priority to get re-signed because those are good players.
They'll probably re-sign Jabril. They'll probably re-sign him. Go. But Evan Ingram probably gonna go.
Gotta go. You don't bring. I mean,
he wasn't productive enough. But I think he was just a product of a bad team.
I was about to say he's a
product of a bad team. But you can't you don't pay him if you're the Giants what he can command possibly on the open
in the free agent market.
If freaking Dalton Schultz, if Dallas can't afford Dalton Schultz, New York, you really can't afford Evan Ingram.
Right. Because as inept as that team looked, you saw Evan Ingram flash.
You saw him flash.
And you're like, wait a minute. He's not a bad player. It's just the team he's on.
Honestly, a lot of them aren't. Like Sterling Shepard, they're not bad players. It's just badly run.
Darius Slayton, they have a good receiving core, man. I mean,
it could be a good team. Yeah. Giants really could be a good team.
Yeah.
They just wasted so much time with bad coaching
and bad quarterback play Got dropping Danny Dimes, but he giving you 9-cent change. That's a problem,
right? I mean, for all it's worth, they should have just kept Geno Smith.
Oh God,
right?
Yeah,
for all it's worth.
But so Broncos, new coach
Nathaniel Hackett.
He's
former
very exciting.
Very Packers. Green Bay Packers OC.
I told you why they did that.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I actually predicted Aaron Rodgers this past offseason when he said he didn't want to play for them. I predicted him actually going to Denver because of his personal family situation.
I honestly believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to be back in Green Bay.
I do too.
Because I think Green Bay is going to ask for a king's ransom for him. And nobody's going to be – they're going to be like, hey, that's too steep for my boy.
But won't he be – isn't he – he's a free agent, though.
No, because
he's not.
He's not?
No, he has 1 year left on his contract.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll find a way to redo his deal so he could retire a Packer. I don't think he's going nowhere.
He's the best chance at winning. I'm not saying that Jordan Love can't play at all, but
I am.
It's Aaron Rodgers, man.
I'm saying Jordan Love can't play.
Really?
Yeah.
I am too.
Okay, so you're saying when Aaron Rodgers retires, Jordan Love, you're not sold on him being.
What I'm saying,
not at all. Hey, Steve, I'm number 3.
I am saying this: when Aaron Rodgers departs from Green Bay, whether it be via trade, which I don't believe, or whether he retires, that there will be another power shift in the division, and that will be the NFC North. Packers been on it for the longest. There's going to be a huge power vacuum.
I agree.
Jordan Love is not what's up. He is not what's up.
When I'm watching that Kansas City game, there's just certain things you look and you're like, okay, and it's not there, man. It's not there.
Gotcha.
When we saw Patrick Mahomes come in there one time when Alex Smith was still there in Kansas City, we saw Patrick Mahomes play against Denver. We said, oh, that might be something. When Aaron Rodgers came in to fill in for Brett Favre, we were like, oh, that might be something. Like, you saw a flash here or there.
Trey Lance come in for Jimmy Garoppolo.
You were like, oh, there's always a flash somewhere that makes you say, okay, let's see what it looks like. I didn't see it at all from Jordan Love.
No, I agree. I didn't either. I just want to get you guys' opinions.
Yeah, especially him being a first-round pick.
But if let's say that this trade happens, okay, and they're able to get, because let's be honest, Denver wasn't that bad of a team either. They just
No.
lack good quarterback play.
Their offense is excellent if they get a good
They
quarterback.
have pieces in place that they can really make some noise with.
They ripped Dallas apart.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
that's
Right.
they ran the ball a lot.
They can win. I mean, but they can
But-
when they scheme correctly, man. They have the personnel to win some games, man.
You give them adequate quarterback play.
Yeah,
They have a really solid running game. They have a solid defense. They get good quarterback play, just
good
quality.
receivers,
It doesn't
great
have to
tight
be
end.
Pro Bowl level quarterback play, just quality quarterback play. They can really make no offense to tight end. He's underrated.
He's underrated.
You know,
Absolutely.
Cortland Sutton,
Judy.
Jared Judy, and then you forget about Tim Patrick. How well he
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know. So you get a quality quarterback to go with that. Oh my God! And we can see a dogfight in the AFC West. I mean, just
Yep.
straight up throwing blows.
and that's a tough division anyway.
That,
tough.
that division is about to become the best in football if they get quality quarterback play in Denver.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you already got
right.
the Chargers who are on their way. You already got the Chiefs who are established. The Raiders ain't too bad.
They're
Now
not
that they
shabby.
now that Josh McDaniels, and we're finna segue into that. With Josh McDaniels going to the Raiders,
And out of the John Gruden shadow.
yeah, and hey man, you looking at a dogfight in the AFC West here.
For
If
sure.
if Denver can follow suit and get a quality quarterback, you watching a four-way, what we call them battle royals back in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Royal Rumble going on in there, man.
Mhm.
Last man out of the ring.
Yeah.
Rogers bringing Adams with him. Well, let's see. Can they bring Adams with him? Let's look at this.
Devontae he demands a lot of money.
Well, he gonna get franchise tag. They already said that.
Devontae's going to demand a lot of money.
Yes. Let's see. Broncos. Denver Broncos have 38 million under.
So they can get one or the other. They ain't going to get both.
They're not gonna get both.
And they don't need to get both. Look, man, you got
You
a
got a
receiving
receiving
core.
core, right? You got an outstanding receiving core. You don't have to overspend. You know, it's like you got 3 good tires and one of them flat. You go get a new tire. You ain't got to go get a new tire and some rims.
I
Get
feel
a new
like-
tire to get where you going.
I feel like they can spend that money, man, defensively because that whole division is super offense heavy, man.
Yep.
I mean, all 4 teams throw that ball well, run that ball well, man.
And only one of them has a legit shutdown corner.
Exactly. So you can spread that money, man, to get some really quality defensive players in there.
I
Man.
can tell you right now, the Chiefs gonna spend money on defense this year.
You know they are.
Money in
they
draft because that's what kept them out getting to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they gonna spend money on their defense.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
So, but Josh McDaniels. Not Oakland. Excuse me. Las Vegas Raiders. Thoughts?
It's a good hire because you get someone that can possibly elevate Derek Carr more. That's about it, though. I mean, I don't think he's a leader of men. You know, and that's what you look for a head coach.
He's supposed to have a game plan for Derek Carr. That's why they brought him in.
I feel like he'll be great for that.
Yeah, and that's true. But be
I'm
honest
willing-
with you,
We're gonna see, man.
Be
I'm
honest-
willing to give him a shot because when he was first the head coach, he was really young and really stupid. How many of us have done stuff where that was really stupid when we were younger?
Yeah,
That now that we're older, we're more seasoned. We're like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
yeah. But
So I'm willing to give him a shot because he's older. He may have matured more, you know, as a head coach. So, but I'm gonna give you this: he made Tim Tebow look good.
he made Tim Tebow look good.
Come on, bro. You got to give him a benefit of the doubt because he made Tim.
Hey, Tim Tebow. Hey, listen, Tim Tebow is winning games, man.
By
By any
was
means.
Josh McDaniels, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if and we know that Derek Carr is vastly more talented than Tim Tebow. So I'm willing to give him a shot and say, okay, well, let's see what they do. You know.
Yeah, I think
Unless Derek Carr comes to Washington, because then we ain't got to worry about it.
I seriously doubt that they're going to trade Derek Carr. Now, I already told you.
Derek Carr's not on the trade
I already
block.
told you, Tristan. We'll give you Jimmy for a second.
I don't want Jimmy. I don't want him. I don't
And
want
a
Jimmy.
ham
You
sandwich.
should.
It's got to be black forest
No.
ham. It can't be the cheap stuff.
Jimmy G is another Kirk Cousins. I don't want another Kirk Cousins. I don't. I'm over it now. I'm over that. Mm-mm.
Okay. Bologna and ham sandwich.
Well, I would say
That's
Jimmy
my final
G.
off.
I would say Jimmy G would work in Washington if I had a strong offensive coordinator to develop him. My theory on Kirk Cousins is just like Jimmy G. You need an OC or a play caller, and it's the head coach like Shanahan in San Fran, to tell him what to do, and he has to listen to him and do it. Like those guys need instruction.
Kirk Cousins broke franchise records here. He just can't win. He just when you need him to win the game, he can't do it.
He'll put up the numbers, but won't.
Yes, it's empty calories.
Listen. When I went to the game in Minnesota, the Vikings fan, they were like, "Watch this." They called out. I'm not lying. They called out every single play for like 2 drives. They're like, "This is what Kirk Cousins is gonna do," and they were 100% correct, man.
I don't care, I know I'm going off script here, but I don't care. Somebody please take Jimmy Garoppolo.
Somebody gonna take him. One of the rumors was that he might go to that Pittsburgh might be interested in Jimmy G.
Pittsburgh better give us a first because they drafted real low.
Listen. There are a lot of teams that could surely use Jimmy G than what they already have in place going into next season.
And we was already talking about it. No. We don't want Derek Carr. We already got our quarterback, Titus. We already got a quarterback. We got a guy we just spent 3 first rounders on. We not.
Yeah, y'all did.
So no,
y'all did an RG3.
He has to work out.
Still work.
Me talking about y'all need to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Y'all need to trade. Y'all need to talk Tom Brady out of retirement. I'm gonna punch him in the face. Why would we do something that damn stupid? You didn't spend 3 first rounders on a guy, and you want to bring in somebody who's 2 steps from a wheelchair. This boy, 20 years old. He's 20 years old. I mean, if he's good, then we're going to win and keep winning. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, what, we going to win good for 1 year? Now we done. Oh, by the way, once he's done, we can't draft nobody because we done gave up a king's ransom to get him.
That's true.
That's true.
That's dumb as hell.
That's true.
Stop talking to me about trading for quarterbacks. We just drafted one. I just went off script. We ain't supposed to be talking about this. We're supposed to be talking about these coaches. Don't come at me talking about no damn y'all need to trade. Man, kiss my ooh. Don't talk to me about trading for no quarterback. Now let's get back. Let's talk about this Super Bowl because we're running out of time.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, man. Why don't you trade for Russell Wilson, man?
Man, you better make him cuss.
Brandon.
All right,
right here.
No, hey.
Brandon's just like trolling. Brandon's like, I'm gonna just troll today. I'm gonna just troll tonight.
Before the Super Bowl, I want to bring up thoughts on the Pro Bowl, which is the last, I guess, NFL game.
Hey, look, Steve,
family backyard games that are more intense.
Get rid of the Pro Bowl. It's trash. No, hey, Eric, what do you say? It's dumpster juice? That's what the Pro Bowl is.
The Pro Bowl is just ain't nothing but a bunch of people brother-in-law. Hey man, I ain't gonna hit you hard, dog.
But listen,
hey,
do you blame?
I saw the Kyle Juszczyk touchdown. They threw a pass to Kyle Juszczyk. He caught it at the 5-yard line. There were 6 defenders between him and the goal line, and he walked right through.
No. Did you see your boy Mac? Did you see your boy Mac Jones' rushing touchdown?
Man, look like Tim Tebow out there, boy.
Eric, you got
look like Tim Tebow.
Literally,
Juszczyk touchdown. I said, click.
No, hold on.
Mac Jones looked like the second coming of Steve Young.
No, Eric, let me paint the picture. Let me paint the picture, Eric. It was a pass play, and we know no one's hitting quarterbacks. It was pass play. I think he rolled to the left first.
He rolled to the left.
I think someone touched him. The refs, people think that the refs gonna calm down because he got grabbed or something. This dude kept running. People were walking off the field as he was running 50 yards to the touchdown.
Looking like Steve Young, baby.
Listen, players had their helmets off, walking to the sideline while he was running full speed.
And my man hit the gritty after.
AC temperature and had the ugliest gritty I've ever seen.
Hit the gritty.
And I
I think
bet
he
he
has,
was,
I
I
think he has
bet
so
he was
much
out of breath,
flavor.
not from the run, but from doing the gritty with
I
his
think he has
pad.
so much flavor from going
So
there.
here's my take with the Pro Bowl, real fast. What do you expect from these guys, man? Do you see the contracts that they get?
Right.
I'm not breaking my
Exactly.
body up for no
I
Pro
know.
Bowl game.
I just
They
remember.
make the business decision.
When Sean Taylor, man, listen,
Yeah.
Sean Taylor would. I just remember. That's what, man. Back then, they
Sean
were.
Taylor
I
was like,
understand. I understand. I understand. Some of those guys, they only know how to play one way. That was Michael Parsons on Sunday. He almost destroyed one of them cats. He only knows how to play one way. I get it. But listen to me. If I'm making all this money, you're not about to make me bring my body out on no. After I just played a 17 game season, you want me to hurt my body some more as I need to heal to get ready for the.
let's be real.
Listen,
For the
don't
next
play
season?
it. Don't play
Most
it.
of these guys,
That's why you need to get rid of it.
Don't play it.
Just make it flag football. Why can't they make it flag football?
Not
Why
even
can't it be
that.
flag football?
Just give them a banquet and say congratulations and keep it moving.
Or just put more games like y'all had the skill. I didn't watch the game, but I enjoyed the skills challenges.
Okay, yeah, the skill stuff is fine, but
I'm
give rid of the game, give them a banquet, keep the skills challenge, keep it moving.
Keep it. I want to see the best against the best. Just pay them more. Give them
They're
a
not
big
gonna do that.
incentive.
Man, well, you know they're not gonna do that, Steve.
This is my point.
This ain't the NBA.
This is the point I want to make.
And
You can do
even
the
they
All-Star game.
barely
You can
play.
play like a pickup game, but this is the thing, man. These guys played a 17-game season. Most of the guys who make the Pro Bowl are on teams that were either close to the playoffs.
That were trash.
So they no. They were playing on good teams. So that means they were
Oh, so they
balling
played
out.
longer. Yeah.
They played longer and they was balling really hard.
Yeah.
So like you finna ask Debo Samuel to go hard after he just had back surgery.
Debo,
team.
his head almost got decapitated.
You don't got to dress. You don't got to listen. Making a Pro Bowl makes you a Pro Bowl player. You don't got to.
So then, who's gonna play? Because then you're saying that none of them should play.
All the alternates, man. I love seeing Diggs against Diggs. When Trayvon played receiver and Stephon played quarterback.
Here's what they should do. They should do.
Get rid of the Pro Bowl.
They should do what people said. What people said that they should do. You take the two worst teams, make them play that exhibition, and whoever wins gets the number one pick. Two worst teams in the NFL, make them play one game, get the number one pick in the draft. Boom.
No.
What you mean no? You think they're not gonna play hard for that number one pick?
No.
You think they're not gonna go hard for that number one pick?
No,
That's
just
a good idea.
get rid of it. Period.
No.
Why do you don't need to get rid of it? Period. The skill. I'm
not saying anything about the skills challenge. I'm saying the game itself. Get rid of it and call it a day. Keep it.
But why? You could get the two worst teams in the league to play for the number one pick.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine then. Fine. If you want to do something like that, then give me your two best Arena Football League teams and put them out there then.
No. What you do is you get an octagon and you had the two GMs from the worst team. And I want to see somebody whoop Trent Baalke tape.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Two worst GMs get in the octagon and you let them fight. And whoever taps out or gets knocked out.
No. You know what? I want to see Dan Snyder versus Jerry Jones.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Sorry. The Pro Bowl, that's the fan aspect, the fan connection to the sport.
Yes.
They're not going to get rid of it, no matter how terrible it is. It's not even an option. These are how fans are involved with. Like, I voted for so and so. Seeing them in there, I had a part of them being in this All-Star game. They're not going to get rid of it. No. I like your suggestion, Tristan. Though.
But or you could even do this. Why don't you make the All-American Under Armour game that game? Them kids can meet their favorite stars. We get a look at to see what some future stars might look like going into college. Why don't you do that? Or make the Senior Bowl for college. Make that be the game for the Pro Bowl. The guys can sit back and watch the game. They can see who's who's what, whatever. I mean, something like that. But for me, I don't know. I understand why the old heads, why the OGs got upset because they weren't making the money that these guys are making now. So for them, it was a huge honor to be labeled a Pro Bowler and playing in the Pro Bowl game. So I get that part, but I'm not going to be upset because they didn't play full speed or didn't hit each other. They're not trying to kill each other. They trying to go out there and you know, they got contracts. Some of them are going to be free agents. They're not about to put their bodies on the line like that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And
Can you imagine if Tyrann Mathieu got hurt? Tyrann Mathieu ain't re-signed with the Chiefs yet. What if he got hurt in that game? Come on.
I completely agree with you, and I also agree that we spent way too much time talking about the Pro Bowl.
We did. Yes, we did.
that is not even worth it.
I didn't even think we were going to last that long about the Pro Bowl.
So Super Bowl, this Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday, and the funny thing is that I did some research and I crunched some numbers, and you got people that's talking about the Rams finna walk all over the Bengals.
I don't know why.
Bengals are finna walk all over the Rams, but check this out. I'm about to drop some stats on y'all that's gonna really make you say, "Whoa, these teams are not very far apart." So I'm starting with pass defense. Okay. The Bengals are 26th in pass defense. The Rams are 22nd in pass defense. But watch this. The difference in the amount of yards that they allow through the air is almost negligible. 113 yards is the difference.
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, run defense. The Bengals are 5th against the run. The Rams are 6th against the run. You want to hear the differential in yards? 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Pass offense. The Bengals are 7th. The Rams are 5th. Okay. The differential in yards. You ready? 87.
Wow.
Yeah.
Total yards or per game?
Total yards.
Wow. That's granular right there.
Yep. Through the air. Rushing offense. The Rams, they don't run the ball well. 25th. The Bengals, even though Joe Mixon had a pretty decent season, they're 23rd. Okay? The differential in total yards on the ground for both these teams for the 17-game season is 54 yards.
Wow.
Whoa.
Turnover differential.
It's like 2 yards a
The
game.
Rams are
Right.
+4, even though Stafford be trying to give wrap games. The Rams are +4, and the Bengals are +3. That's it. We're talking about the turnovers. Rams turned it over 21 times. The Bengals turned it over 16 times. They took it 25 times. The Rams did. The Bengals took it 19 times. They're this close.
Wow.
These teams are not that far apart. So when somebody come in my face talking about who finna do what, I'll be like, man, you need to do some research and get out of my face.
So,
yeah.
What are you guys' picks, man? I'll start. I think as far as passing and decision making, I think Stafford makes more mistakes than Burrow.
Absolutely.
He does. Yeah.
And if it comes down to that, then the Rams are going to lose because Burrow's just a cleaner passer.
All they got to do is have a safety to go ahead and catch that fourth quarter interception that you're going to
You say keep it close until
it's over for the Rams. It's going to be over.
So Titus is saying that the Super Bowl is going to be so average. I don't think so.
What does average mean? What does that mean? What does he mean by that?
Are you talking about the score or the game? Because I think the game is going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be interesting. Listen, man, you're talking about a young Bengals team that wants to say, listen, we're the future for a while. They're going to be playing hard, man. This ain't just this. But then the Rams, all the pressure with the draft picks and the trades during the season and all that. They're going to say, yo, this is going to pay off for us.
All the pressure is on Sean McVay.
It's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah.
It is.
All the pressure is on Sean McVay, the Rams franchise, because the way they went about it and did it, the pressure's on them. The Bengals don't win. Like we said several weeks ago, gentlemen, the Bengals are ahead of schedule.
House money.
Oh, absolutely.
House money.
Like, we knew they were going to be a good team, but we like, okay, about a year or two from now, that's when they really going to act a fool. They didn't wound the clock up, and they moved ahead of schedule. So if the Bengals lose this Super Bowl,
they're not scoring that high.
It's possible.
No,
but if the Bengals lose this Super Bowl, it's gonna be like,
right.
They were
but
early.
If the Rams lose this Super Bowl, it's like, oh my God.
Yo, the Rams got to win now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got to. I said it earlier.
Hey man, the sky is falling if the Rams lose the Super Bowl.
Listen,
I said it has fallen in LA.
I said it earlier in the season on this podcast. I said, listen, Sean McVay has to win. He cannot
has to win.
Be in a better position. He has all the players he wants. He's in the Super Bowl. I don't think things will get better for him from here. He has to win now. They have pressure.
So pressure busts a pipe, though.
It's true. Also makes diamonds.
Mm-hmm. So
What do you
we
think?
don't see.
What do you think, Brandon?
Bengals by 2.
By
2
2.
points.
2.
That is strange.
I got Bengals by a field goal.
You go to Vegas, Brandon. That's you
If they say Bengals by 2, we going. Hey, Brandon, we going to Maryland Live. If you, I'll tell you right now, I need some money.
that's specific right there. Okay.
But I got Bengals by 3. It's just something. I don't know. It's just something. It's just a feeling. I felt the same way when they played against the Chiefs. I was like, for some reason, I feel like the Bengals could beat the Chiefs. So it's the same feeling.
If there's any validity to the how the NFL can be rigged sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
I got to go with the Rams because they want capitalism to win.
The
NFL wants capitalism to win.
It would make sense for the Rams to be the ones to win. Yes.
Because if you look at the Bengals, they are a homegrown team that was built through the draft.
Yes.
The
With
Rams
a mom and pop ownership.
Right. The
Yes.
Rams are a store-bought. We went to Bloomingdale's and Neiman Marcus.
Super LA move right there.
Yeah, and Michael Kors and Gucci and all that. We went and bought a team.
I agree with you.
So that's the only reason why I think the Rams are going to win this game because it was predetermined that the Rams are supposed to go to Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay. There's some home cooking.
Keep your eyes open for the hooper juke. All right.
It's gonna be interesting.
Keep your eyes open for it. All right? So that's my thoughts on it. I want the Bengals to win. I would love to see them finally get a Super Bowl in their franchise history.
Yeah.
I apologize, Bengals fans, for causing you to lose the Super Bowl twice to the same team.
In record fashion.
Yeah, because it was the Niners. But I hope you win this time. I'm rooting for y'all. But yeah, I got a really uneasy feeling about this because I don't really think the Rams are that good of a team. Honestly, I don't. They don't look like an NFC champion team.
Well, the 49ers had every reason to beat them if it wasn't for some questionable moments. So
some of them were ours, and some of them were like I'm still tripping on that 15-yard sportsmanlike penalty on Aziz Al-Shaair.
Yeah.
You know, so, but there's that hooper juke. So, but we still have opportunities to win that game. That's why I'm not complaining about stuff. So we had opportunities to put Jaquiski Tartt catches that interception. We having a different conversation. We talking about how the Niners and Bengals are playing in the Super Bowl for the third freaking time.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, but I just feel like it was predestined. They was saying, nope, the Rams did all of this. We got to get them in there. We got to have like capitalism win.
It's entertainment, man. I can see that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's my thoughts on that, and we're gonna see, and then we're gonna come back the Tuesday afterwards, and we're gonna talk about it in that game. And next week's show is gonna be an all Super Bowl show.
All Super Bowl.
Somebody do something crazy.
For sure.
Unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, know, because Alvin Kamara is the only person that hit somebody at the Pro Bowl, but something like that has to happen. But we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl next week. Tune in next week so we can talk about what went wrong, what went right, everything like that. All right.
I'm excited.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I was also gonna say this Thursday, they're gonna have the award ceremony and the Hall of Fame announcement too.
Ooh, okay.
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
I guess we can touch on that next week.
Yep, we'll touch on that a little bit, but it's going to be Super Bowl dominated.
Oh, yeah, of course. And we are less than 40 days to NFL free agency.
Yes. I'm ready.
But we have a lot of stuff still to happen in between now and then, so get ready.
Also, you guys already know that we're going to be dealing with college football, talking about the combine, talking about the draft order prediction. So listen,
I'm already looking at film, dog. I'm already on it.
Yeah, I'm on it too. So I mean, listen, we told y'all football all year round. It doesn't stop just because the
Don't
NFL
stop.
season will be over.
Don't stop.
It's
We're also
all
gonna
year
focus
round.
on.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We're also gonna focus on having our guests on during the off season.
Yep. We'll definitely have some
guests.
guests for the off season for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is that everything for everybody? I think we're all good.
Yeah.
All right, man. Here we go. Super Bowl this Sunday. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. I know you guys are going to be tuned in.
What
It's
number?
going to be 1 to
56?
remember.
What number is it?
50.
56?
I lost count a long time.
LVI?
Man, don't get me lying on these Roman
What's my
numerals.
Roman numeral?
Yeah.
Why can't we just use the regular alphabet? You know.
They like the graphic. They like how it looks. Yep, 56.
Okay.
Super Bowl 56. So here we go. We ready. Bengals versus the Rams. Okay, Joe Burr versus Matthew Stafford. Let's see what this looks like this Sunday. So we'll see y'all this time again next Tuesday. Y'all already know how this goes. Follow us on Just a Fan Podcast on our Instagram page. Follow us on Just a Fan Podcast on our YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all of that for our YouTube channel. Also, you can catch us on any podcast engine that you listen to. Just type in Just a Fan Podcast. And yeah, again, we're gonna catch y'all next week. These episodes will be up tomorrow. So catch us next week and we'll talk about the Super Bowl. So if that's all, I will bid you all adieu.
Peace.
Peace.